1 year is nothing else than a full cycle of the sun. In the winter solstice is going all the way down towards the southern hemisphere. And then on the 23rd of December, it starts to come back towards the North Pole. And this cycle coming from the southern hemisphere to the North Pole and going back, this journey is a 1 year journey. It's so simple. Now, why did they name the week? Why do we live in a week cycle? Because Monday is Moon Day. Tuesday is Mars Day. Wednesday is Mercury Day. Thursday is Jupiter Day. Friday is Venus Day. Saturday is Saturn Day, the Sabbath. And Sunday is a Sunday. The reason that they name it week is because the weak souls who lose the light, who lose their true identity, they are weak. It's a weakness to lose the currency of light. We don't lose completely, but we shrink. The light is shrinking very, very much when we come from heaven to the earth. And we live in this very limited light. We are disconnected from the sun. The light is the source of life. This calendar is showing clearly that these stars, planets, are much, much more powerful than the human beings. They have consciousness, all of them has consciousness. Those planets, what are not in harmony with the sun, what is not connected with the sun and is working for the black sun, is doing very, very much harm. Like, for example, Mars, martial law. Mars is a planet of war. Is the red star, present in all the countries, present on the army, present in the coffee shops, present in Hollywood, present on airplanes, present everywhere. You can see stars, stars, stars. The people has no idea what do they mean. Has no idea why do they put on the Christmas tree on the top the star. That is not the star, what is in harmony with the sun. The Christmas tree is in the shape of the pyramid because it's representing the pyramid. It's the dead tree. You see, they replace the tree of life, the tree of light, which is the sun itself, because through the sun is coming all the souls on this planet. They replace it with the dead tree. The people are bringing the dead tree in the house and they start to decorate it with light. They have no idea what they are doing, from where is coming this tradition. It's representing the pyramid of the pharaoh, of the talking dead. And then we have the Santa Claus. Santa Claus is replacing the Savior of the world, Jesus Christ, the messenger of the Son. all the teachings of Christ is about the sun, is about the light. He came on this earth to teach us, to guide us to the kingdom of light, and was murdered and judged in the house of the black sun. The reason that we put the globes on the dead tree, on the pyramid tree, the reason that we put the globes is because the globalists are running the system. You get it, guys? It's very, very deep here. And then for the people to switch from Jesus Christ to the Santa Claus, they build it up the story of Santa Claus, and Santa Claus has to come with gifts of matter to corrupt the world, to make it nice, appearing nice and appearing like a very, very good entity. The Santa Claus has to bring gifts, sweets, and all kinds of gifts to fulfill desires of matter. And then the world switched. They do not even pronounce the name Jesus Christ for the entire Christmas. This is how deep is going the corruption. This is how deep is going these things. The king of fraud is very, very clever. And when do this weakness of the weak disappear? By the weekend. And how does it come, the weekend? With the sun day. Because the sun is above astrology. The sun is the real self. The sun is the king of light. The sun is the king of the truth. The sun is the king of life, the true savior of the world. That's why the great miracle in Fatima with the Holy Mary, the appearance of Holy Mary, is coming through the sun, because the sun is the savior of all this fraud, mess, very, very messy world, what we are living. And we sponsor this unconscious of who we are. These entities, these dark entities, cannot run this world only and only if they give us a fake identity. Because the whole spirituality is about the true identity, to find the true identity, to find who is the soul. I went to churches and philosophers and everything, and no one knows what is the soul. If I ask what is the soul, they have no idea. They just keep telling me that is the mind. But it's not. When I discovered the truth, it's not. It's the attention, the holy sea. This eye of space, infinite, is non-born and will never die. was never born, is the eye of space, and this eye of space is seeing all the thoughts of my mind. If I go to the best psychologist in this world, and I challenge anyone to say me, please tell me what is attention, they have no answer. They can say me a lot about the mind, how it's working, what type of thoughts are this, and behavior, and blah, blah, blah. But they cannot tell me what is attention. There is no one scientist on this planet who can to study the attention, because it's space itself. But can you deny that I have attention? Is it any entity here who have 2 or 3 attention in the same body? No, it's only one. Every human being, animal and plant has one attention. And this attention, this holy sea, this holy eye is the true self. This holy sea can to find peace. Because the nature, when it's isolated, when it's completely alone, this attention is very, very, very peaceful. Is an I, is a self of peace. Is the true self of the entire humanity. That's why in the next world, the world what is coming after this huge disaster, what is unfolding, will can to stay here only beings of space, but through these beings of space will be only one currency, the light of the sun. So only beings of light will come to be here on this planet, because it will be a heaven on earth. Heaven on earth is mean lights, beings of light. But the light is the currency what is flowing through this holy sea. So the entities itself is space, is exactly as the sun. The soul and the sun is exactly the same composition. Is no difference. The only thing is the soul is much smaller than the sun. Is radiating less light than the sun, what we see on the sky. But the entity of the soul is exactly the same. Is an eye of space, what can to receive and radiate light. This is the oneness, you see. When the people will realize this inside, this huge, enormous simplicity will be peace. The sun is number one in the number one is the symbol of the sun, because is the king of non-duality. And once that you don't have 2 different entities, there can never be fight. There cannot be war, cannot be conflict. When 2 people realize that they have exactly the same identity, the holy sea, the holy eye who see, the conflict is finished. It's the fight between who and who. If it's exactly the same identity. That's why in heaven is peace. There the sinner cannot go. Is no one sinner that enters the heaven. Is no one fake artificial identity who can enter the heaven. That's why is infinite forever peace. Is a joy. Is a lot of joy. Look at all those who experienced near-death experience. What I done as well. So look at them, what they are saying. You don't need to believe what I'm saying. Look at them and you will see that what is in common with them is about the light. It's about full, complete freedom of the eye. And all these eyes are radiating light, light, light. Beautiful, wonderful, and they have access to the entire space, infinite space. There is freedom. No corporations, no fraud, no lies, and nothing, absolutely nothing can to be hide. There's nothing to hide about the self. It's just the eternal I who witness all this beauty and is radiating the currency of life. The sun is the central bank of life. The sun is the central bank of the currency of light. And to have access to this currency of light, to this spiritual light, the self, the holy sea, has to enter the sun. And to enter the sun only as a son. A surrendering is here. You surrender and you enter the sun. And when you enter the sun, you see that there is only light. And it's infinite. It's not just the circle, what we see now with the eyes. Because it's the access to the heaven. It's the portal, it's the gate. It's the gate of freedom. Real freedom. It's the gate of peace. It's the gate of health. That's why they named this puppet Bill Gates, you see. He is the gate of being ill. And his job is to bring illness and illness and illness. The sun is the gate of healthy, of light.